Afzhal Khan, MEP. You're a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee and a British Labour MEP. What is your response to the US vote?
Well, clearly, this is not the result I was hoping for, but then it's not my election. I'm not American. American people have spoken, and we have Donald Trump as their president. We have now responsibility really to work because there are so many challenges, both internally in America and also externally in the world. America is a very important player in the world, and that doesn't change, so we need to engage.
Donald Trump has made many provocative statements, and one of those provocative statements was about Muslims in America and maybe limiting migration and limiting visas. What is your response to that as a Muslim?
Well, look, I'm a very proud Muslim. When he made those statements, I found it offensive, but it showed the sort of lack of understanding. Muslims are human beings like anyone else, like any other faith, and we have our share of good people and we have our share of bad people. And to put all Muslims in one bracket, it shows where his mental state really is. But I'm hoping this was more playing around, populist sort of agenda idea, playing on the prejudice of people, playing on lack of understanding of different people and trying to cash in on votes. And hopefully now that he's elected, he'll understand that how impractical this idea is. It just doesn't work. There are American Muslims, never mind coming from anywhere else. And just look at the history of America, look at the values of America. It contradicts all of them.
We've got some very important elections coming up in Europe next year. One of those elections will be in France, where we have a candidate who takes some views that were very much similar to Donald Trump's, and indeed she was one of the first people to congratulate him, a fellow MEP, Marine Le Pen. Could this serve as a bad omen for those elections?
No, I think what we really need to do is we're living through uncertain times. There are very much real challenges out there. What we need to be doing is focusing on those challenges and provide the solutions. I think one of the difficulties in this whole immigration idea is that many people have genuine concerns, and it's almost like an umbrella. And underneath that umbrella, there are a lot of different issues. As a political leadership, our responsibility is to listen to the people and provide answers, not just rhetoric, because rhetoric doesn't give any solution. It just hypes the thing up more, makes things worse. But actually, if we work on the solutions, then that is an answer. Because there's a real concern about austerity. There's a real concern about what is happening with jobs, what is happening with houses, what's happening with our health services, what's happening with school places. All these things are very real issues. And if you don't solve that, then there are populist politicians who take the short route of blaming someone else, wrongly in fact. In reality, we know that Europe has a proud history, it's proud of its values, and is actually setting the standards for the rest of the world. And we should remain firm to those values.